Well, it's martini time again, my favorite time of the day when I get to share a martini with you and follow my monkey mind. You see, I have two monkeys on here, and those of you that hang out with me know that I have a monkey mind. It's rather ironic, I think, because when you begin the practice of meditation and mindfulness, it's to still the monkey mind. To still the monkey mind that just jumps from ring to ring to ring to ring. You can't stop, can't focus on anything. It's just yada, 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 going off in the head, you see. Well, meditation and mindfulness stills the monkey mind. And guess what happens? It comes back. But now it's more of a creative monkey mind. It jumps and creates very wide dots, you know. Creates a big picture. If your dots are just close together, you get a little picture. If you create dots that are really farther apart and nobody else can see them, it's kind of like looking in the sky and seeing 5 or 6 stars and seeing seeing a lion. No, I can't see a lion, but if you look at the you know, the star chart, you know, it doesn't take many stars to make a picture. So anyway, let's talk about OJ. Since OJ is back in the news today with his live parole, and I understand he got paroled, be free in October. It was good to see OJ again. You have to you have to realize how long OJ has been running on the American field. He was a running back, I believe, you know, and nobody could catch him. He could run through anything, you know, and then he became had commercials where he was running, and then he was on TV, and so OJ was always running around. And then he got in the trial of the century, and we all remember that. So most of us remember that. And then he ran through that, slippery. He ran through that, but then he got a fatal flaw, stupid mistake, got caught, got what, 9 years, armed robbery, and then now he's getting parole. So OJ, I'm back. But you know, let's connect some dots here. OJ was the trial was a phenomenon. I mean, it was. I had a friend of mine here who for lunch today, and he said he remembered when the verdict came out. I think he was in California, and it was like an eclipse. The stock market, everything stopped when the verdict was going to be announced. It was like an eclipse. You know, when there's an eclipse of the sun, there's a hush. The whole cosmos, the whole earth stops, and the birds grow quiet, and the street lamps in confusion come on. There's this quiet. And when the O.J. Simpson verdict was announced, it was an eclipse. The American mind just paused. And then the verdict. And it was like a football, it was like a soccer stadium. OJ's team cheered. Those against OJ moaned. Whoa, you see. And so I got to thinking about this today, you know, because I do connect dots, and I've been around long enough to, and I've studied mythology and stuff, you know. I've been around long enough working in this field, not professionally, but privately, to connect dots. And so during the time of OJ, you know, cable TV was, cable TV changed America from the 3 networks to 24/7 news, on all the time, CNN, you know. This is like the eye is open all the time, you see. The eye is open, and it's looking around for something exciting. And I'm reminded of the Roman Colosseum. Now, the Roman Colosseum was where the people of Rome came for their entertainment. And what did they like? They liked blood sports. No, they didn't have football. And it wasn't a fake thing. I mean, these people killed themselves. It was real-time sport. You see, it was like you have a football team and the last one standing wins. You know, that kind of game, you know. So that, you know, so our, you know, but the problem with this thirst for something new is that it keeps stretching the envelope. You get tired of, and we see this in entertainment movies. Look back at Star Trek. It looks like it's cardboard. You know, it's just fake little studio stands with cardboard dials on the wall. You know, that kind of, you know, God, how boring that is, you know. But it was really big stuff then. So you see this, you can see it in the evolution of technology, how it looks so primitive just a few years, 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And now, you know, oh, well, Avatar and all of our action movies today, well, this is real. But 10 years from now, our stuff's going to look dull and boring. Oh, how dull, you see. So there's a need for something new, something more exciting, something to activate me, something to stir my attention, you see. And so we can look at our TV and we got tired of packaged TV. We wanted real-time TV, real-time. And OJ provided real-time TV, you see. You couldn't write it better than that. Couldn't write a better mystery teach, but it was live, you see, 24/7. So this whole, I think what we're seeing here is the evolution of call it the media stadium. In other words, media is like an electronic soccer game, and the world is the field, and we're kind of like the viewer. Now the viewer is outside of what you're watching. You know, when you're watching TV, you're outside of it. You're in your living room. And you're watching the field of play on the TV, and you're outside of it. Now this viewer, this you that's outside of the media, is everybody. So the viewer is really one viewer that is many. But it is outside of the media, and it wants to be entertained. It wants to have its attention riveted. It wants to have its mind stilled by the TV. If we're not watching a good TV show, we're in the monkey mind. Bunka, 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 you see. Oh my, just thinking too much. I can't stop thinking. Oh, that's a good TV show. I'll look at that. Oh wow, I'm not thinking now. I'm looking at the TV, and it's really exciting. And we're all talking about that. We're all focused. The monkey mind focuses on TV. And the TV stills the monkey mind. Because the monkey mind, when it's not stilled, is stressful. I can't stop thinking. I worry too much. I worry. What can I take? You see, somebody stop my mind, you know. So we look for things that will focus the mind. A fight, sports, anything that's real, anything that catches our attention, you see. So media keeps having to create more attention-getting content because the monkey mind keeps getting bored with it. I've seen that. I know how that ends. You know, so you know, the Italian guy did it or something. You know what I mean? You know, we want a surprise. So OJ really created a football stadium event, given that the field of play where OJ was running was the whole earth, or the Western world that watched TV. So the whole media, the whole civilization was huddled around a little tiny TV screen where the trial of OJ was working out, you see. And then just like in a soccer game or football game, you got your side. So the black people rooted for OJ, and the white people rooted that he gets wiped out, that he gets caught, you see. So immediately it divides in. So as soon as you watch any kind of a soccer game or any kind of a game, it's going to split into two teams, two sides, you see. And so media does that. Whatever happens on media, it immediately splits into two teams. That's my side and your side. My worldview of what's right and your worldview of what's right. And we're going like this, you see. And that creates a tension because I want my side to win. You know, and the other one, I want my side to win. And you get all involved and outraged, screaming, just like you go to a soccer match and people are screaming. And you think, my God, you know, they're really, how can they get so involved in a game? It's just a game. But they are identified with their team. So their team wins, I win, you see. You know, my team loses, I lose, you see. So there is an identification there. So with media, as a, see, I don't even have a word to describe it. Media as a stadium, providing attention-getting real-time news, creates a duality of my worldview against your worldview. And anything that gets, and what you need to have in order to get on the TV media stadium, what needs to happen in order for you to play, you see, is ambiguity. So, when there's a little bit of ambiguity, it's going to get on TV because it can go either way. If it's black and white certain, bam, 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 no doubt about it, doesn't get much attention. But if there's a little ambiguity in there, well, it could be this or it could be that. Boom, you create the game. Because then that creates the two sides, and the two sides are going like this. Trump does this. A little ambiguity. He creates the ambiguity, and that creates the division of the two worldviews who would go at it like that, you see. My worldview against your view, where you're fake, no, you're fake. No, you're fake, I'm true. No, you're fake, I'm true. You see. What's the base of it? A little ambiguity. It is a little hot sauce. You have a little hot sauce called ambiguity sauce. And shake it on some news, and boom, you got your media attention. You see. So, you know, this whole thing with the Trump, the Russian thing. Oh, did he collude or did he not? No, I didn't collude. That doesn't. So I was talking to the Russians. That doesn't mean I was colluding. Ambiguous. You see, little ambiguity sauce on that, and you got yourself a football game. You see, so the game of real-time entertainment is basically any event that has a little ambiguity sauce on it, because it will immediately go into my view versus your view, and I'm right and you're wrong. No, I'm right and you're wrong. Yang, 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 yang. And that creates a tension. Just like a fight in the high school hall. Remember high school? Some kids get in a fight. Everybody goes running with joy on their faces. Fight, fight, fight. And they make a circle around the fighters so the teachers can't get in. So, breaking news is kind of like a fight in the high school yard. Breaking news, immediately your eyes get big, you know, whatever. Of course, now they watered it down so that if anybody burps in China, it's breaking news. So they've watered breaking news. It used to be, well, 9/11, breaking news, you know. Oh, a bomb went off, breaking news. Now it's anything, you know. So they watered it down. So now they got to say breaking news. You know, breaking news. Wow. Oh, well, I'll watch that. But that breaking news is a good metaphor right there, because it breaks open the boredom. It breaks open the everyday mind, and your eyes get wide, and you turn and you drop what you're doing, and you look with attention, you know, because something real's going on now. Something's real, you see. This is real time. There might be blood on the streets. There might be some blood, you see. Just like in the Roman gladiators, the Colosseum, there's going to be blood, you see. So, this whole idea of blood sport, you see. So media has become a blood sport. You let somebody die, you let there be a bomb, you let there be, you see, this terrorism is a little ambiguous sauce on it. Well, who did it? Oh, we're going to find them. Who did it? Well, we don't know. We're going to find them. And the search is on, you see. Got to find them. Like if they find them, they're going to remove terrorism. No. So it's just very interesting to me how our America has changed because of cable networks, CNN, Fox, MSN, NBC, all of that, you see. News used to be, and I'm not finding fault, I'm just saying this has changed. News used to be 6 o'clock, you have a highball, 6:30, you sit down, or you have my parents have a highball and watch Cronkite, Huntley Brinkley, or Peter Jennings. And you get the same news on the 3 networks, except you might like one or the other anchors, you see. And that'd be it. Then the rest was in the newspapers. And that's very cool. Oh, look, there was a flood in China yesterday or 2 days ago. Oh, now it's, oh my God, look at people are drowning right now. So the emotional news now, you see, gets delivered direct, mainline right to the heart. Oh my God, close the doors. They're coming for us right now, even though it happened across the country. So there was a shooting in Texas, and I go buy a gun. So personal, you see. So the media stadium is like a soccer stadium in that it's personal. My team is personal. It's personal that my team wins because I have identified with my team, you see. So media news has become a personal delivery system, just like cigarettes were a nicotine delivery system. Media news is an emotional delivery system. Everything is immediate and personal. Everything is oh my God, I'm emotionally involved by this. I'm really anxious over this, even though it happened 1,000 miles away. Read the newspapers, same thing happened 1,000 miles away. Oh, you're drinking your coffee. Oh, did you read this? Oh, so, and you go on. Where's the comic page? Cool. Now it's, oh my God, breaking news, eyes wide open. Same news, different delivery system. And it changes us. We're affected by this. We're swimming in a different pool now. The water is hot where it used to be cool. The water is hot where it used to be cool, you see. So we don't really understand what's going on because you don't know when you're swimming in a pool, everybody's swimming in it, and you don't know how the pool shapes you. We're swimming in a media pool, and we don't understand how the media pool shapes us, shapes our consciousness, you see. So our consciousness now is different from the consciousness of people who lived in the print world, who got their news through the newspaper. When you read the newspaper, you're separate from it. Oh, there's the news right there, and I'm here. I'm in my living room. That news is just words. Now it's visual, hot, real-time. They're going to come get you news. So I really think OJ was just a symptom of this shift in our consciousness. So that OJ provided a morality play in the theater of media that focused our attention. Who's going to win? Is OJ the victim or is he the aggressor? Is he the victim or is he the aggressor? Is he innocent or guilty? If he's the aggressor, he's guilty. If he's innocent, he's the victim. Which does it go? You see, so this right there divides the world. So you take the black and white worldview. The Black Lives Matter. I'm the victim. You're the oppressor. No, the white people are the victim. You're the oppressor. I'm the victim, you're oppressing me. No, I'm the victim, you're oppressing me. Big stadium, big soccer game. And once that game gets started, you have to keep feeding in new events, new plays. So every day there's a new play. Oh my God, somebody got shot here in Oklahoma. You see what I mean? It's just a continuous feeding of new little plots, new little plays to feed our hunger, to be fixed on the media, to have the media fixate us, you see, focus our attention and stop our monkey mind. That's basically what it is. We can't stabilize our monkey mind ourselves, so we need the media to stabilize it. We need the media, the TV, to make me comfortable and to give me a reference, you see. You walk into a room, the TV's going, and you're talking to somebody, and your eye runs over to the TV. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what is that? Breaking news. Shh, there's breaking news. You see? So you can observe this, you know. In the 50s, the TV came to the Americans. Americans went to the suburb in the 50s. Americans left their family networks in the cities. They went and lived in isolated little boxes in the suburbs. What's going to hold everybody together now that the flesh and blood families, now that the flesh and blood networks no longer hold you together? Now you're a little isolated family living in a box out in a ticky-tack suburban place. What's going to hold you together? What's going to be the one that holds you together now that you've broken up the flesh and blood fabric of the small towns and the family networks in the cities, you see? What's going to hold you together? The TV will do it, you see. So now the TV plops into every home, and everybody sits now on the floor watching the TV, waiting for it to come on. I remember the test signal. A big propeller would sit there. The TV didn't come on until 6 o'clock, or maybe 5 o'clock when Howdy Doody came on. Then people would sit there and wait, watching the signal. You see, so that was, the TV began to be the center of the modern consciousness. The TV holds it all together, you see. And so this simple TV that was so primitive back in the 50s evolved into it's like a sport evolving from a backyard game until a international stadium game, which is what happened with our sports. They started in back lots, simple little hometown games, and now they're massive stadiums that catch the attention of the whole Western world, you see. And so TV has been kind of like the glue that holds the Western consciousness together and keeps it from being a monkey just jumping all over the place and having panic attacks. I remember with the anchors, you know, the job of the anchor was to keep you from having a panic attack. When Walter Cronkite came on and he reported, you felt better. You felt at ease. Oh, the president was shot, but we're okay. You know, that we're okay. The anchor's there. He holds us together, you see. Well, there's no anchor now. You know, everybody's got their own worldview. And so it's the clash of worldviews acted out on the TV screen, on the field of the media, you see. Just like soccer. And I just think, looking back on O.J., that O.J. was kind of like a mark in our history when real-time reality with this courtroom and the drama mesmerized the nation and polarized the nation into my guy and, you know, the two worldviews. Who is the victim here? Who is the aggressor? Was the black guy the victim, or was the black guy the aggressor? You see. So, you know, O.J. is rather insignificant. It was the play that changed America, you know. And so from then on, you got to keep topping that, you see. And Trump, really, I think, is the succession of O.J. because he's in the center of the media, just like O.J. was. Trump mesmerizes, right or wrong, up or down, in or out. The media can't keep its eyes off Trump. Why? He's ambiguous. He just dumps ambiguity on him like this, you see. He says one thing today, 20 minutes later, he says the opposite thing. That's ambiguity. You see? So, right, or whether he knows what he's doing or not, his ambiguity creates himself as a focal point for the media, for our attention. Just like O.J. did. Did he do it or did he not do it? I don't know. It's ambiguous. Did Trump collude or did he not? I don't know. It's ambiguous. See? See? Thanks for dropping in.